Tunnel Talk, a no facts, all feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm Anne.
And I'm Leah.
How we doing this week, girls?
Ooh. So good.
Right in there. I play tennis Thursdays, and they have air conditioned some of the courts at my club, which is extremely non-standard, but a pickleball company bought the club, which is a little bit terrifying because pickleball's trying to run us out of business. But,
I was about to say that I just drove by like a tennis store the other day that was like tennis and pickleball, and I was like, Anne would hate this. Anne would not like this.
So furious, yeah. But because they were air conditioning the pickleball courts, some of the tennis courts like kind of share like a roof space, so they had to do the tennis courts now. And now if you pay $10 extra for an hour, you can be in the air-conditioned courts. Wow. And it's like a whole new world in the summertime in Kentucky because, like, I turn red in the face real easily, like, even for a white person. And so occasionally after tennis in August, I would, like, go pick up my groceries at the grocery store that's right nearby. And once the woman said, "Are you okay?" I was like, yes.
Ma'am, are any of us in this day and age?
I was just exercising. I was just doing hot tennis yoga.
It's very interesting to think about the pull that these pickleballers have. To have been years playing tennis in the heat, and then the second pickleball gets popular.
They're like, we gotta get it nice for the pickleballers. Well, it's just because in the summer, otherwise people play pickleball outside, so they lose a lot of business. So it was like, if we air condition it, we'll get more business, which actually has been working. It seems like, so.
Wow.
Which is good. I need tennis clubs are a huge money sink, so they really like go under pretty easily. So
you don't want that one going under. So
I can't.
In that sense, pickleball is actually vital to your well-being.
It's true. We were a little afraid that the pickleball would take over. They turn all the courts into pickleball courts, but they've kept some tennis ones.
I don't think they would want to alienate. You know, especially if they can go under that easy. You want to keep multiple markets.
I mean, that's
multiple customer bases.
So, certainly.
Yeah, I think
pickleball. I mean, when the fad starts to,
it will wane.
It will wane.
I still don't know what pickleball is, and I refuse to learn because, and I think I've said this before, I just picture Calvin ball. And so to me,
that's so fun.
Yeah, that's all I picture. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think that the Calvin ball trend should exist.
I know. Anne's sort of like, that's nice. That's not what it is. It's something far more sinister.
Yeah, just a pox on our society. I think there's a new movie that came out starring Jake Johnson about pickleball. It's like a sports comedy. He's like a tennis star who hates pickleball, but then he like starts playing it.
Oh, wow.
It sounds pretty funny, actually.
Sounds like propaganda to me.
I agree, but I was like, the war between tennis and pickleball is very real, though.
That's true, yeah. Well, that's interesting. I love to hear what's going on in that hot rivalry of the I was going to say the ball sports. I couldn't think of a way to net sports. Does pickleball use the net?
They do, yeah. It's racket sports you could also go for, although
squash doesn't use the net.
I think that's right, but I don't really know what squash is.
Squash is when they get in one of those echoey rooms and they're hitting against the walls a lot, but I don't know how to play it.
And I don't really know racquetball versus
bankers
squash.
Are always playing that in movies.
Yeah. That is indoors. That's got to always be air conditioned.
I would think so, yeah.
Let's really get to the bottom of this.
People love this one. I've come up with another fascinating Chitchat Time topic.
Oh, and you've done it again.
When it's air conditioned, it's colder in there.
Now, I wonder if they put blinds up, if they put curtains up. It's like, what's going on with the windows in these facilities? Do they have any?
It's a great question. They do have some air movement places, more of a grid than a window.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I was like, I don't know what that is, but a grid has got me there. Leah, I believe it's your week to be happy. Are you prepared to do so?
Is this the last fucking week? Are we done? Are we going to be...
What do you mean?
It's August 13th.
Yeah.
We have to do another fucking round?
We go through Labor Day. It's Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah. We go through Labor Day.
Oh, God.
Leah, it's
probably your last one, though.
Sweetie, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. My sweet angel.
I can't keep doing this.
I think that it's good for all of us. I mean, I need to think of things that make me happy.
Do you want this week?
No, I didn't think ahead, and I don't have that many on the tip of my tongue right now. Okay,
Leah, I think there's only 2 more weeks before Labor Day, so I think this might be your last one.
So is this my last one? Fuck
unless it's your second
Labor
to last.
Day. Oh, it's your second to last. I'm sorry. Labor Day on the 7th is the latest it can be.
Yeah. That's okay. Just one more. You'll be able to do that easy.
Yeah, you can totally do 2.
But let's focus on the one at hand right now. Let's not look ahead too far. Let's focus on the now.
Let's not borrow trouble.
Let's not borrow trouble.
Well, this anecdote is related, but today at Gay Gym, which I think I used it last year, that I joined a very inclusive gym that we have now just started calling Gay Gym because Allie's going to one.
Yeah. There are a bunch of our friends, including me, who have joined these super, super inclusive gyms, and we just call them all Gay Gym. Yeah.
If you live in a large enough and potentially blue enough city that this might exist, the keywords you are looking for are inclusive and small group training. Mm-hmm. If you want to give that a little Google, you will find some gay people who desperately want to empower.
Include you.
Include you.
Yes. You too can go to small group training where sometimes you get called buddy enough times that you actually hit the limit and you say, frankly, I would rather you said something rude to me. Frankly, I would rather you be very rude to me than to hear you call me buddy one more time. But that's a compliment. I'm saying it as a compliment.
Even Louisville, apparently, I just Googled, is big enough to have an inclusive and adaptive fitness program.
Yes.
So.
Gay Gym.
Gay Gym.
Anyways, my anecdote here is that today I went to class, and at the beginning of every class, you have to answer the question of the day, which sometimes is very good and fun and conversation provoking, and sometimes is absolute dog shit. And may I say, today's question, and I am not joking, is what makes you happy?
Wow. I bet you wish it was that milkshake question again today.
It wasn't even what's making you happy right now. It's existentially, what makes you happy? Are you fucking kidding me?
I do think
that you have the clearance for this.
Some of these questions that they're coming up with, they say them, and you do just look at the trainer like, it is 7 a.m. I need you to communicate with your God about whether or not this is appropriate to ask me the things that you're asking me right now. And they to tell them about the milkshake question.
Oh my God. On Monday, it was, if you could make a milkshake that would bring all the boys to the yard, what flavor would it be? Excuse me?
It's perverted.
It's in the same category. We had one that was just a simpler version, what kind of, if you were a condiment, what condiment would you be? And it's I only can answer with a condiment I like. I don't know what you mean. I'm not in a place right now to really interrogate.
You don't want to be I'm a little bit spicy and a little bit sweet, so I would be. I don't even know.
Repulsive.
I know, a honey mustard.
And you're ready. Call up Gay Gym, sister.
What's the worst thing anyone could say to that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, our friend Alice had to miss some Gay Gym sessions and posted the tweet or the text that the coach sent her, which were horrible. And I really had to apologize mentally to Leah for giving her a hard time for not canceling on Gay Gym a couple weeks ago. I was like, I didn't know their game.
You repented.
Yeah.
They just care about you so much, and they won't stop telling you.
They're saying, we've noticed you've been struggling to make it to class. What can I do to support you? It's just shoot me in the head. Don't say that kind of thing to me. It's disgusting.
Stop acknowledging me. They won't. They won't. It's their favorite.
You are valid, Leah.
They see me.
No.
They see me.
Which is the last thing I want.
No.
So gentle. Oof.
It's horrible, but God bless him. God bless them. We love you, Gay Jim.
They gotta be out there doing it. But yeah, I would be going to class for sure.
Yeah, it's effective. I think that's where we landed last time too. Seems like they have an effective way of making it unbearable not to show up.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, like Alice is being strong and continuing not to show up, but I'm terrified of canceling, and I never will, because I did it one time and got like, because my gym, if you cancel with more than 12 hours notice, then they're not up your ass. But if you cancel in less than 12 hours notice, you get a personalized email from the front desk that is just like, I'm so worried about you. What's going on? Do you want to share? And you're like, no, my meeting ran long. I'm sorry.
I think our situation is fascinating because Alice lives in the same city as me, so we're in the same gay gym. It's not emails. It's like you get these nebulous text messages that like almost at a certain point you're like, is an AI doing this? But it's not. It is a human being doing something. I don't know exactly what the mechanism is, but it's like there's a weird liminal space where it's like I've like once responded to one being like, this is a robot, and then got the message back and was like, oh, a person's there. Oh, okay, good. That is wonderful. I kind of thought this was like a reply Y or N situation, but this is a human being. Which I guess I usually advocate for. But it
is unsettling, though, to talk as if it's a robot and find a human there.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, Lea, I think that was happiness is haunting you, and that's very beautiful.
Yeah. My actual happiness is just, going to jail. Despite their terrible questions, every 4 weeks are like, they call it a phase. It's like our routine changes. And this one has been absolutely fucking brutal, where what they did is like the weights that you're using, the weights that you're at now, they added 5 to everybody. And then you only have to do 5 reps versus the usual like 12. But like that extra 5, either pounds or kilograms, depending on what you're working on, really fucks you up. And in fact, like the dumbbell presses, I genuinely thought it was going to like die. Like I'm not that strong. I'm like on 30s. And I was like, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to get trapped here. But it is crazy to be like, wow, did you guys know that when you go to the gym regularly, you get better at it? That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like a huge fitness freak now. Like, gym head, running.
I'm on a whole journey, and it is thanks to Gay Gym that because I've always been the person who is like, I have my period, I can't go to gym, I can't go to high school gym today, and they're like, you had your period every day.
Even in my 20s and 30s, I've been that person. I can't go to high school gym today. No, don't ask again.
But it is very, very interesting to be 39 years old and being like, wow, did y'all know that this rules?
I think there's a lesson there. It's like a lot of people make it not rule. A lot of when you don't include, when you exclude.
When you exclude. Yeah. The major drawback of being a fitness head, all you fucking do is shower. We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Big hygiene really comes for you.
Yeah. I had a hard moment just yesterday, and I'm worried about where this is headed. As you know, I've been growing my hair out for many years. And that's kind of the story of my life is, I'm always growing my hair out, being like, I'm going to get my hair to my butt. And then it gets down there, and then something happens. And I'm worried it's happening right now, where I was just like, when I get into the shower and I have to wash this long curly hair of mine, I sometimes feel I would rather be dead in a ditch. I would rather be dead in a ditch than do it. And I thought, should I cut it all off? Should I get rid of all my hair? And I said, stop. You said you were never going to do this again. You said you were never going to do this again. I said, but showering is really, really hard. It's really hard.
I can cut a little bit off.
I could cut a little bit, but I don't know how much that's going to help because the thing is, and I don't want to, like call people out, but I'm just saying, like, if you have long, straight hair, you must know that you're in a much easier position than those of us with curly hair. You must know. You can just wake up. If you don't want to wash your hair, you can brush your hair. You can brush your hair.
Yeah. I will say,
brush my hair.
I don't have pin straight hair, but I have wavy hair, but I know that I have hair privilege because there are very few times that I can't just wash and go it. Or not wash it.
Or not that you can just brush it on a day you don't want to wash it.
I do have privilege. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Thank you for acknowledging it. Thank you.
My roommate in college had very, very straight hair. And she would just wake up in the morning, didn't even have to brush it because it didn't even tangle. It just like stayed straight and flat. And I'd wake up with my hair like like a, what's that animal I'm thinking of? Hedgehog.
A little hedgehog, yeah. Oh, a sweet little hedgehog. Well, I love thinking of you that way, Anne, but I've certainly been in that position, and it is not fun. Because what do you have to do? I mean, you've got to go in there and kind of assess, like, how am I going to create the illusion that this hair has been, like, styled when I know it's not. You can't change the fact you're like, it is full of knots. Oh, it is absolutely, it's full of knots. The curls are all wonkified. I have to... I'm a mist artisan. I'm in there. I'm misting.
That like misting and kind of like trying to scrunch and then be like, oh, it didn't help, and then trying to kind of smooth it down and then scrunch again. Let's try to get it
scrunching and smooth it. Oh my!
And then being like, it is what it is, and walking out the door.
Yeah, but the showers make it so much. They are an impediment to cleanliness. It's an impediment to cleanliness sometimes to have long hair, and I'm struggling.
Maybe you could take it up to wherever it was the last time you didn't mind showering.
I don't know when that was, Anne, but you're right. It wasn't as long ago as I think it was. You're right that if I just got a couple of inches, maybe that could take us there.
It might bring you back up that threshold.
Maybe. That's a really good point. You're right. We don't have to take it all off. We could start small.
Do you think some of our male listeners got excited that I was talking about the gym and then we quickly swerved into hair care?
Maybe they like that
favorite
too.
Topic.
We always keep them on their toes.
It is the wrestling realm, so it's like, I'm sure we have male listeners who have longer hair and are loving this and are like, this is relevant to me. I also don't like to shower sometimes because of my hair.
So true. That's true.
You let us know if you have long hair. Hey, any of you, any gender, across the whole spectrum. If you have long hair and sometimes you don't like to shower because of it, you let us know. We want to hear it.
Sound off in the comments.
Allie says, fuck your gender essentialism, Leah.
Let that be a little punishment. Okay. Well, that's really, really good work, everybody. I think we've kind of covered a lot of ground, which we love to do. Something a little interesting is happening today. I'm going to want to hear from the listeners. A lot of commotion for my co-hosts, Anne and Lea, who because of things that are happening in my life, they did the schedule today. And they are going to take turns leading discussion topics.
There's really inmates running the asylum this week.
It is the most terrifying prospect because Anne and I have done it before, but not in front of Allie. It sort of feels like we're college students somehow teaching a lecture while the professor is sitting in the front row. It's like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to have to be really nice to us.
Yeah.
But not too nice. Like, I don't want to hear any, like, oh, they should be doing this every week kind of thing.
No.
Like, let's be nice to Allie, too.
No. Well, here's the thing.
Thank you, Anne.
Let's be nice to Allie. And also, let's be so for real. We should not be doing it every week because we're not that good at it. So let's walk a line and say, Allie, you were missed. It's much better under your guidance, but they did a sufficient job.
Yeah.
I love how closely we're guiding the feedback. Anne
and Allie,
it was good, but not that good.
They're fine. Not great.
Maybe what you could start with is, wow, Lea and Anne, you are some of the best friends that a girl could have. That much is clear. That much. Nice. Some of the best friends, some of the best co-hosts a girl could have. You're taking care of your Allie. But Allie is valued in some ways.
In some ways.
Do you think it's a normal way to demand feedback?
Yeah. I think we're in one of those TikTok sketches that's like, my boyfriend is about to tell you like his special topic and you better be nice to him, but we're all doing it about each other. You better be nice to all of us because we're doing our best.
We're doing our best and we're fragile.
We're very
This stool
fragile.
is about to fall over.
If you knew the things that this stool was going through, you wouldn't even friggin' believe it. You might believe it. Anyway, we're going to talk about the wrestling. I believe Anne has the first topic. Anne, take us away.
All right. So we're going to start with our forced march on the road to Wembley here in our ongoing cold, drizzly British summer. And I was thinking as I was writing this, should we be talking about how the only wet, hot American summer we got was leading up to All In when it was in Texas and never going to Britain?
We maybe shouldn't be, and I know some people don't want to hear that. That's going to be very controversial, Anne, but you must admit, and I guess we had some good Wembleys, but none like Texas.
We enjoyed the first Wembley, but it was the brochacho Wembley, so everyone else hated it.
Oh, everyone else was mad. You're right. We were happy because Best Friends got their big moment, and that was the most important moment of our wrestling lives, and we cried.
It was really the culmination, and it's amazing.
To
We're
us,
still
that
watching.
was the main event.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We barely saw brochachos. You're right. Yeah. Okay. So we enjoyed that, but everyone else was mad. And then this next year was Brawl Out.
Next year was Brawl Out, and then it was Swerve Danielson.
Oh my God. I forgot how many of these there have been.
I know. It really feels like, have there been 3? Is this the fourth Wembley? Third
This
one?
is the,
Fourth
this is
year?
is that right? No, Swerve Danielson weren't the main event of, no. What was the main event of Brawl Out?
Well,
what happened?
Wait, Brawl Out happened after All Out, not All In.
Oh, but I mean sorry, I was thinking of the Brawl Out year when he slapped Jack Perry.
Yeah.
When he slapped Jack Perry on his face.
Yeah.
Hey guys, have you forgotten? You know when CM Punk slapped Jack Perry on his face?
The final event.
The final event. And then Tony had to come out. Tony had to come out on that show. And
feel like I fired CM Punk.
God, he's fine. I fired him. Oh, I love it down memory lane.
Oh,
you know what?
Year.
I think that...
Okay, Emmy actually had just recently posted all of the All In main events, and I didn't think I was going to find it. So the first All In was Brochachos. The second one was Swerve Danielson, and then the third one was All In Texas. So it was Mox
so there have been
Hangman.
3
Wembley. There's been 3.
Right.
So
And
this is number 4.
Texas.
Okay.
Texas was better, though.
Texas was really a lot better than all
And it's
the British
crazy
ones.
Britain's had this crazy heat wave, so there's no reason that this should be this cold of a summer.
There's simply no reason climatically that it should be this cold.
It's really just like when your empire has already died, you just you can't even come up with good wrestling storylines either. Is that what it is?
That's got to be it. Yeah, I think it's about the age of empire. Yeah,
probably. So anyway, Dynamite this week started with Will Ospreay bounding out Golden Retriever style to give an in-ring promo about why he should win the belt at Wembley. And it was, I would say, not very effective as a babyface promo.
No.
Bless him. He tried. So the main gist of what he said was that he shows up for work and entertains us no matter what, even when his grandpa died one time. Which was very sweet. He did kind of tear up. It was like, okay, I'll give you that. Although we really are pulling out everything to try to get sympathy on our side here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So anyway, him coming to work is in contrast to Kenny Omega, who was sitting on the couch last week, just watching. And then he got really mean about Kenny, being like, oh, but you're here tonight. Good job. And then said, if you're not doing anything, and if Michael Nakazawa is done trimming your tiny Canadian testicles, why don't you come grace us with your presence?
Now, what does that mean? Like, did he mean the pube hairs?
I think he must. Like, the gesture he was making was kind of
I guess
scissory,
that's it.
but
I didn't like the place it took my mind. Where it's like,
and to be honest, I did have to be like, fact check. Do you think that Kenny is grooming anything that carefully? Because I don't.
In his mental condition. Maybe when he's a poodle, they take him to the groomer. Maybe. But I think he bites.
Yeah.
I would love a Michael Nakazawa joke because, of course, it's funny. But let's just be so for real. He's not asking anyone to groom him.
No.
He's fighting the groomer. Yeah.
Do you think the Young Bucks have to hold him down so that Michael Nakazawa can...
If Ospreay had said that...
And this is human Kenny? This is human Kenny.
Yeah, human Kenny.
Yeah, if Ospreay had said the Young Bucks are holding you down so that Michael Nakazawa could deflee you.
Yeah.
Human Kenny.
Yes. Okay, so here, let's rewrite what he should have done. He should have said, like, Kenny, I know you're here tonight. Like, just come out and talk to me. His phone starts buzzing in his tights. He pulls it out, picks it up. It's Matt Jackson being like, Kenny cannot come out right now because it is time for him to get his, what is it called? What's the flea and tick stuff that you put on the back of
Advantage.
The neck? Yeah, it's time for his advantage, and he's being very uncooperative.
And they put it between his shoulder blades so that he can't lick it.
Yes, but then he's still trying. They say he won't stop trying to rub it off on stuff. So Michael and Brandon are sitting on him, and he can't come on. He would rub it off on you.
Yeah. Now that would have been a killer promo.
And I would say that's very realistic.
Yeah.
So I can picture it. You painted a picture.
Yeah, it's a butts and seats promo. Sure, yeah.
He didn't do that, though.
He didn't. And the crowd really didn't like what he did do. There was some light boos. And he came across very much like a bully, I thought, in this. Like, it was a very heelish demeanor. It was not the cheerful little dog who's confused why people are being mean to him.
Yeah. It's difficult because Kenny's behavior, I do think, has been quite bad, actually.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was unjustified. I don't know that he was justified in the ball trimming stuff, but I don't think he was unjustified in being angry at Kenny. I think Will Ospreay always does worse when he tries to harden himself up too much. I want that man to be a walking wound. I want him to say, I'm here, I'm soft.
I think it would have been a lot more sympathetic if he had been like, Kenny really hurt my feelings, or Kenny let me down. Kenny doesn't show up. Kenny's not there for me. Like, I think that would have felt much more like, I'm with you.
Right. And
if you cut me, do I not bleed? I think the crowd would have said, yeah, you do.
And like we said last week, like the idea that he would come and be like, Mox let me down, Kenny let me down, I choose me. Mm-hmm. It would have been more effective.
Yeah. But that's not what he did. And then so he hit that come on out, Kenny, after your balls get trimmed beat. So then music hit, but not Kenny's music. It was Don Callis's music. Confusing. Why is Don Callis here? So then Don Callis starts promoting from the ramp. He calls Vegas the birthplace of AEW, which is factually correct, but didn't sound like a compliment to me particularly. And Don said that watching AEW start, that Will was thinking about, coming there and performing, but Don was thinking about how he could exploit it, and he found the way to exploit it by making Kenny Omega, who he, quote, raised from a 5-year-old little boy, and, quote, who was the, quote, best wrestler in the world at that time, which was kind of a funny burn. It didn't seem like it was meant to be a burn.
I guess he has since dumped him, so it makes sense. But who he had raised from a 5-year-old little boy, periodically, we're just like, what did happen in that powder tunnel? What did we make up, but what was real? And I never remember. I
know. We got to go look it up and see what, because I've completely lost it now. I'm like, to me, in my memories, Kenny was like, he drugged me.
Well, the way he puts it like this, it sounds like Kenny was like left at Paddington Station and Don Callis like found him in a suitcase or something,
That actually does interest me quite a bit. Kenny as a kind of a Paddington figure is compelling, actually. It's interesting. Really weird Paddington, but okay, yeah. So Don, he was the best wrestler in the world at that time.
Right, so Don was using Kenny as his pawn, and then he kind of ran through his history with Kenny and how they got the title the first time, and then Kenny's era was thinking that he could do it without Don, and then Don kind of talked about how he turned on Kenny and, like, screwdrivered him or whatever, and bragged that he did more damage to Kenny's life than diverticulitis ever could. And then he said that Don was the one who brought Will to AEW and booked him against Kenny in the first Forbidden Door.
I do kind of remember that, actually.
Okay, I was like, was this on screen? I don't, but
yeah, I do remember it being a thing where Kenny had broken up with Don and then Will came to the Forbidden Door and was like affiliated with Don, and he was a heel at that, and that we wore our onions on the belt. Was the style at the time.
Nice. Yeah, so according to Don, then Will owes everything to Don, and Will can't do it on his own, and he doesn't have Moxley to help now either. And then Don got his little Greg and Rocky boys to go attack Will, and they're brawling.
Why?
I don't know. I was kind of trying to rack my brains, like, has the Don Callis family really been involved in any of the Ospreay stuff to this point? And I didn't think so, but they certainly have their fingers in a lot of pies.
It's so funny for Tony to be like, now there's problems here. We'll try the Young Bucks one week, and then we'll try the Don Callis family the next week. Something's got to fix this.
Something's got to fix this.
It literally was like, were they like, we need Will to be a babyface, so like, should we bring out like the most heel we have so that in contrast he seems better? Like, I don't know.
It's interesting because everything that Don Callis did, actually, I was like, if you were actually involved in this feud, someone actually involved in this feud, it would be helpful, like, to be recounting some of this history that I don't think that Kenny and Will have recounted very clearly at all. Like, it is helpful to bring some of it out, but you have nothing to do with this, so I don't know why you're doing it. And are you planning to be involved going forward? And why do you care?
Yeah.
And you don't like Kenny, and this helps Kenny?
So you're attacking Will Ospreay? I know. And then it was like, and Will just broke up with the Death Rider, so if someone's going to attack him, like, wouldn't it make more sense for the Death Riders to attack him than the Don Callis family?
I don't know that I get it. I don't understand it. Hey,
also,
I don't get it.
like, I'm sorry. If you're Don Callis and you want to really destroy Will Ospreay and you call two of your best boys out, is it Greg and Rocky?
That's how you can really tell that it's like Don Callis' like lowest priority.
Yeah.
But then he showed up in person for it. That's the thing that's confusing. Yeah. It's like it feels like someone called in a favor, and he was like, "Oh my god, I guess I technically have to do it, but obviously I'm not bringing my best boys. Obviously I'm gonna bring Miami Vice."
Yeah, so anyway, so Greg and Rocky and then some more Don Callis family guys came out too, but so they're beating up Will, and then Kenny's music hits finally, and Kenny runs out to break it up. So
Anne, I must correct you in the moment. He does not run. He walks slowly out to the degree that commentary says, like, not moving very fast there, is he?
I think it was like, doesn't have urgency, does he? Or
not a lot of urgency.
Wow. Incredible. Big pops for the crowd, though. They're cheering for Kenny.
Crowd is happy,
so, like, so then Kenny starts beating up the DCF with a pipe. He runs them all off. Will's kind of beat up in the corner.
Yeah.
Then Kenny moves like he's going to hit Will with the pipe, but he stops at the last minute as Will's wincing. And then Kenny starts giving a promo with an affect that I could really only describe as supervillain-esque. I've never heard anyone else talk that way.
I had the thought, it was the exact same thought, intonation of thought that I have when someone comes out in a costume I don't recognize. I said, this must be a reference to an anime?
Anime question mark? Honestly.
I don't know. It was the craziest tone he's ever used.
I really had this moment where I was like, he's not real. And like, no wrestling character is actually, most of them are not actually real, but I just had this like visceral moment where I was like, I am not looking at a human being. I don't know what I'm looking at, but that's like, I'm in an uncanny valley somehow.
Yeah.
It's not a person, it's a Kenny Omega.
It's a Kenny Omega, yeah.
And he's kind of crouched down because Will's on the ground, but it's like very ominous. And so Kenny starts talking, and he says that he said, "Will, when you speak from the heart, you have a way with words." Which I was like, okay, that's crazy.
And he said Will's name so often. As you read this, how many times does he say the word Will?
Will?
On his planet, he got word that was how to make friends and influence people. So he says it a lot. Yeah. So and then he basically said that Will feels a lot, but he doesn't think, which is correct.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough for sure. And then, like, what did you think would happen with Don Callis and the Death Riders? And Kenny warned him about both of them, which is like, Kenny, were you warning him about the Don Callis thing? Like, what? All right.
Does it make sense?
So it's kind of like an I told you so promo. And then he, like, reaches out his hand to help Will up, but Will just stares at it for a while. And then finally he lets Kenny. And then Kenny's like, I won't help you like this again.
And that intonation was crazy. Like when he said, but Will, I hope you understand, I can't help you like this again. Like, it was just like, this is the most evil man in the world.
Yeah. It was totally like sharks with lasers on their heads was the situation.
It was evil, but to me it was like if you were lost in the woods and you made a wish and an eldritch creature came out of the trees and just intoned, I will show you the way home, but this works only once.
You may pass through these woods but once.
If you return
your
again,
life is forfeit.
If you return again, you will suffer.
Creepy story that you've summoned up. Yeah. So then Will grabbed the mic out of Kenny's hand and was like, well, thank you for your help, but I did not ask you to help me. And thank you. And then he just dropped it and walked out. So, like, Will, again, had kind of a heelish energy, I would say, there. So I was kind of worried that we were doing a face versus face feud where people weren't rooting for Will enough, so they decided to change it to a heel versus heel feud. So that really solved it.
When you think about it, it's actually kind of brave for them to be like, I'm worried that the crowd will be split on who to root for, so let's make sure they don't root for either of them.
Yeah.
It's actually innovative.
The only thing they're thinking is, now what's happening? Oh, what are we doing here? No.
Why it's kind of maximum confusion. Why are either of you mad at each other and Don Callis?
I think this is what's so strange is that, like, it's not really worth rehashing them. I feel like we have come up with a million very simple things that both of them could be saying or feeling that it's just like, am I saying they would be the most innovative, amazing feuds in the world? No, but I think they would make sense.
Yeah. I keep thinking about what you said last week because I don't think I reacted enough in the moment, but it was a perfect way to look at it, which is just that, like, it doesn't actually always strictly matter whose alignment it is as long as each person is representing a side. And so when you think about what Kenny and Will are each on the side of, I got nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, they're like annoyed that each of them are annoyed that the other person is not reacting with grace. You know what I mean? Like that, like Kenny's mad that Will isn't taking his advice and is being kind of rude sometimes. And Will is kind of mad at Kenny because Kenny's mouth makes promises that he doesn't deliver. But those are just like personality conflicts that you have with your coworkers.
Yeah. And I think it's difficult that all of this started, like the Kenny Will stuff all started with those backstage promos that they both did a really, really good job with, where Ospreay, like, came off so well, very genuinely being like, I want the best for you, which makes no sense, but it made sense in our Cloud story where it's just like, totally, you wish this were your friend and he's really not. And Kenny did need to hear it. Kenny needed someone to say, like, baby, you got to get up. You got to get up and try again. And then Kenny's pissed that someone had to say that to him, which could also be an interesting character note if he were playing it in a way that made sense to me, where it's just like, I'm so fucking mad that I needed a moron like you to light a fire under my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even it's like, thinking about what sides they could have, it's like, well, they're going to Wembley and, like, Will wants to win the belt. And for Kenny, it's like his last, presumably last title run, where it's like, it'd be nice for him to keep it for more than a month, but I don't get the impression, like, I don't know how either of them, it's like they both talk a lot, but none of it quite hangs together. And I don't get the sense it's like if you had Kenny kind of trying to cling to his last run.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you're going to do a month or 6 weeks or whatever it ends up being of reign, then you should build in that the end of the reign is going to be devastating, or at least cause a huge sea change with Kenny. And so it would be more interesting if Kenny was like, you're the one who lit the fire under me. You said that I deserved it. Now, why are you trying to take it from me?
Yes.
Like, you said that you believed in me. So, like, stop trying to end my dream early. And so then when Ospreay takes it from him, he can have a reaction to that. But now it's like, they're so aggressive and so mean to each other so early that it's sort of like, why wouldn't Ospreay try to murder him at Wembley? Of course.
And it kind of feels like you could have done a version of this where Kenny, like, loses and it's heartbreaking, but then has a moment even in the ring where it's just like, God, time only moves forward.
Yeah.
I've been fighting that, but it's true and it's beautiful in its own way that you get to watch the next generation rise up and
time makes you bolder. Children get older.
I'm getting older too. Mirror in the sky. What is love? I'd love to hear Kenny say that. I think the energy of this feud right now is that the match should not end with either of them winning. It should end with both of them bursting into hysterical tears, getting broken up by a teacher who sends them both to timeout and is like, and that's why we don't skip snack. We have to have our snack.
I wanted to end where somehow Darby somehow enters the match and wins the belt back.
Yeah.
It's like, see you suckers.
He comes
The
back
teacher's
down
like,
from the rafters.
actually, neither of you can have this belt until you can calm down a little. And then Darby just like grabs it.
And Darby's like, and when I'm the most emotionally stable person in the ring, you're all fucked.
Then
Darby's
you're in
already
trouble.
sobbing again, but somehow it's more together and more coherent.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think fixed it there. Yeah, just have Darby win it.
Problem.
Or just have Tony come out and say, I'm very disappointed in both of you. You know what? I am canceling the rest of this match. I want everyone to think really seriously about their behavior this year. And then everyone says, you think seriously about your behavior. And Tony looks a little ashamed and he says, well, maybe I will.
You know what? We're just going to have one more pay-per-view this fall, and we're going to make it really good.
We're going to really focus on it. We're not going to split our attention. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, man. And maybe some of this would have worked if Ospreay hadn't, like, leaned so dickish, but I don't know. Kenny was so weird, too. It's just like...
Ospreay started fairly normal because he rocked up and was like, hey, have you guys gambled? Did you lose a lot of money? My grandpa died.
It really was 4-year-old storytelling. Yeah.
I was like, cool. And then all of a sudden
yeah.
he was like, now let's get real. Kenny Omega sucks.
My God. He brought up his wife again, too. And then later, they brought up him as Alex Windsor's husband again. I was like, you guys are driving me fucking crazy. You have to stop. I don't want to hear about it.
No. Oh. All right. Anything else on Kenny Will?
No. What else could be said?
What else could be said? Also, in kind of the world title scene, MJF has taken to carry around his little Burberry belt and calling himself the one true champion in a weird replay of Punk's whole thing from 2023. Why are we doing this? Why are we replaying things that weren't hits in the first place?
I don't get it.
I don't get it at all. I saw someone saying it would have made a lot more sense if he was so desperate to do this, to do it after Darby dethroned him. It doesn't make any sense to do it here because he lost clean. He lost clean. He lost clean and really regular, and there was nothing wrong about that match.
Right.
So
no,
it doesn't make any sense.
He's lost the belt before and hasn't done it either. So it's like, why did this one send you over the edge?
And it would be interesting for him to be like, I can't come back from this if he explained it well. You know what I mean? I'd love the three of us love a little madness segment where somebody's like, I've been rocked into delusion, but this doesn't make any sense and it's just annoying.
I know. All his promos have gotten so like formulaic too, where it's like, wow, you said nothing interesting. It's just like, great, now.
I think there's something a little weird about this for him too, where it's kind of like, it's in many ways not that. It's just an extension of a thing that he already does all the time, where he's kind of like, I don't really acknowledge if somebody else is the champion. I just kind of like pretend they're not and talk about my belt. So I don't know. It's I really don't understand what the approach is, like what we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
And I think it's like just extra annoying because it is like, the thing is that you actually, by all reportage, didn't like it when Punk was doing it because you were champ and like Punk wanted you to engage with it and you were like, no. So why are you rerunning something that wasn't even a hit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He'll cheat off anything. He'll cheat off a grocery list he found in the garbage.
Yeah. It's like, I'm buying these groceries too.
This man is turning stuff in for homework. The teacher says, what in God's name is this? He says, someone else's work, proudly.
God.
So anyway, this week on Dynamite, we had a 3-way match for the number 2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match at All In. Which that gauntlet match gets you a world title shot. So the 3-way is between MJF, Nick Wayne, and Speedball Mike Bailey. So first of all, we have to talk about this promo that Nick Wayne and Speedball did on Collision, which was bananas.
Never in 1,000,000 years would I have guessed that promo would be electric.
It was the most chemistry we've seen on TV since... I don't know, since we imagined Hangman and Jericho interacting last week.
I know. And that includes, like, all television, not just wrestling. Just, like, 100% across the board.
I wish we could get that kind of chemistry on most of the shows I watch. I truly do.
Yeah.
No
It'd
kidding.
be incredible. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It was basically, like, a pretty normal promo. So Speedball's, like, talking, and then Nick Wayne, like, interrupts him and comes in and says they're going to blow it, and Nick Wayne's going to beat them, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, Nick Wayne's just, like, so I'm going to beat you. And then Speedball just, like, looks at him and like smiles and says, okay then. And then Nick Wayne says, well, okay. Like looking down at him and they're like leaning in and it's just like, okay. Like, I really thought they might kiss. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't real. It was like, so how long has it been since we acquired Speedball? Because he was fairly legal. Or not Speedball.
Nick Wayne.
Yeah. Nick Wayne.
I think it has been longer than we thought.
It has been years. I
think he's got to be at least 20 now. And he's gotten a lot better at promo, and I will say, like,
he did a great job.
He did great before the chemistry, and then the chemistry was like, okay.
It's just, I didn't see it coming. And Speedball actually was doing a thing the whole time Nick Wayne was trying. Nick Wayne was doing that, like, cock of the walk jock thing. And Speedball just kept being like, Like, it was just like, oh, you can't do that. I love it. Yeah. I don't think you can do that. I didn't know. It's like he didn't know he was ever going to feel anything again after. But I don't think, he and Kevin didn't have this kind of chemistry.
No.
They had a totally different kind of chemistry.
Different.
It was married 10 years chemistry.
It was married like 10 years. Yeah, it was like nothing surprising anymore, but we still deeply love each other. This was like, we fucked for the first time last night, and like I'm still thinking about it today.
Right. Like, he's feeling so crazy. He's like, should we combine our bank accounts?
Well, it's like the first night that you go out after your divorce and you're like, fuck it, I'm going out on the town. And then it's like you hook up with like a cute 20-year-old and you're like, what am I doing? I think I'm going to do it again. Is that crazy? I think I'm going to do it again. Oh my God.
And all your
What's
friends are
going on
like,
with
yeah,
you?
it's crazy. Do not do that. And you're like, okay, we're going to go on vacation to Costa Rica together tomorrow.
Yeah, we just bought tickets. You're like, no, don't do that. It's too late. Already did it.
It's like, he's my boss's son. Okay, fine.
Yeah, honestly. He's like an unpaid intern. Like, yeah, great. His mom's at work with him, but sure.
I should have panned over to Nick Wayne. I would have loved to pan over to Nick Wayne's mom after that. I don't know what face she could have been making.
It'd be incredible because Nick Wayne was the person making that face for most of his mom's time on screen with Christian,
So true.
So I think she kind of like deserves to see him have a good time with people.
Turnabout is fair play. Mm-hmm. This was staggering. I couldn't have called this in a million years.
No.
I didn't think either of them could have this kind of sense of chemistry.
People were talking about it in our channel, and I really thought everybody was exaggerating. I really was like,
you weren't.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I bet Speedball and Nick Wayne.
Speedball and Nick Wayne, sure. And then I clicked on it, and I said, I am so sorry. I apologize for doubting.
My goodness.
Wild stuff. Anyway, so then they had this match with MJF there as kind of a cock block, I guess. But anyway, when MJF came out, he like grabbed Justin Roberts' face really threateningly too, which I also thought they might kiss.
I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't think you could do that to Justin Roberts. And then when I registered, he was just screaming at him. I was like, oh, boring. But like, I did genuinely think that he stalked out to the ring, grabbed Justin Roberts by the face and laid one on him. And I was like, this is the most interesting match MJF has been in years.
Like, wow, I'm listening. I'm on board. I know. Also, this was right after the talking segment with Kenny and Will, and MJF's music hit, and I was like, oh my God, they're doing another 20-minute talking segment, but it was a match. It never occurred to me it could be a match.
Why would it? I mean, it never has been before.
So I think he was just telling Justin Roberts to announce him as the one true champion or whatever. So then they did the match, which had a lot of talking in it, I will say.
I turned into a man in this match. Like, I think I turned into Rich and James, where I was like, can y'all just get in the ring and wrestle? What is all this? Can you just wrestle?
Just screaming stuff at each other?
Oh my God.
Yeah. MJF did grab the Tony Schiavone's headset and yelled that he was just going to let those two twinks go at it for a while.
Which was another thing where I was like, it's okay when we say that, but you can't say that.
But
I was like, I think that's a direct quote from Lea last week. Stealing from everybody.
I did feel, though, I was like, that's not even how I would describe what's happening here. That is not quite correct and too reductive in many ways for...
the complexities of speedball.
Whatever's going on here. You should get out of the ring. You shouldn't be a part of this, but
wild. Anyway, so MJF won the match, obviously. He got the number 2 spot, and then he got the mic afterwards and said that he was going to win because the champ always wins. Commentary had said before this match that Andrade was not cleared to wrestle, so he wasn't there. But then Andrade's music hit after this, and MJF got really nervous, but then Andrade didn't come out because he's not cleared, and MJF started saying that Andrade's scared of him, and so are Kenny and Will, and he's going to get the title shot, and he's a real champion, he's going to get the belt back.
There's not even anything to just, it's like, what are we supposed to say about this? What are we supposed to say about this? This is the most completely devoid of imagination. There's nothing interesting happening here. There's no there.
I know. It's just it's I guess it's serviceable. I feel like MJF has been not overtly offensive, which is better, but he hasn't done anything interesting in a year.
No. Mm-hmm. He's bringing nothing new to the table.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And it's I'm just in such a bad place with him because even stuff that I probably would find entertaining if somebody else did it, I recoil. He was doing this thing where he kept clinging on to Paul White's leg and being like, help me, tall Paul. And I was just sort of go wrestle. You never do it. Go wrestle. But I would have thought that was funny if OC was doing it.
Yeah, of course. It's true. Yeah.
Paul White has really been involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's everywhere all of a sudden. I kind of thought that Tony was running his contract out for a little while there, but all of a sudden he's back in a huge way.
Yeah, wasn't he on commentary 5 years ago and they pulled him off pretty soon after?
He was on. He did elevation commentary. I remember. I can't believe that I remember. And it was called Elevation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Where'd
crazy.
you pull that out of?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But he was, and then he didn't do it for a long time. Who was on commentary on Dynamite this week? It was him, Tony, and Nick Scalber, so Taz wasn't there.
So. Taz wasn't there, yeah.
Well, we'll get to Paul White later. He's going to come up later.
We will. Yeah, and it is kind of funny that MJF is just in the casino gauntlet for All In. That's,
Yeah, I guess.
Good for him for wrestling it, I guess.
It's very, I would say this to everyone. I'm not even calling out MJF. Everyone's phoning it in.
Yeah.
Come to work.
Yeah.
Come to work with some ideas.
Try coming to work. No, I sound like Will Ospreay. Come to work. Yeah, Will Ospreay, I'm talking to you too.
Yeah. Come to work ready to work.
Come sweetly and softly to work.
Yeah. And I guess they're setting up MJF for a title shot for Will, after.
I don't get that.
Fact, but so boring.
But he's gonna lose though. I don't know why.
How many reigns do you think that for the rest of our lives we'll just see champ MJF, new champ MJF, new champ MJF? It's just constantly
it's twice a year for every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till we're 70.
Good.
It's cool.
The march towards death.
So the Continental Cup is officially underway with 3 matches on last week's Collision and 2 matches on this week's Dynamite. On Collision, our son Orange Cassidy fought Matt Sydal, which Matt Sydal. The recap mentioned that this was their first time ever wrestling. Does that not sound insane?
That doesn't sound right.
It's like they were both everywhere for
and they were both
3
on
years.
Dark all the time.
Yeah.
Y'all never wrestled each other on Dark?
On Dark?
That doesn't make any sense.
The recap also said that he came out to Jane to the delight of everybody in Colorado Springs.
They all voted in that poll.
Oh, yeah. Also on Collision, Claudio beat Ace Austin, despite Ace Austin putting Claudio in a position he tweeted later most people would pay for. I meant to put the photo in here. It was a real crushed between his thighs kind of look. Good for him.
Yeah, I like that.
And most importantly, Eddie wrestled Jake Doyle, which if you like big, thick men lumbering around and growling, that was your match. Because it was not nothing. I'll say that.
I mean, it was thrilling to see that after all this time.
Yeah.
I know. I've really fantasy booked myself into okay, so the finals of this tournament are going to be Eddie and Mox, and Eddie and Mox are going to have a really charged and important storyline, which I know is not going to happen, but I want it so badly.
Yeah. I mean, it would be something, it's like Eddie would make it something.
It would.
I know. I feel like when I look back, it's most of the time when people talk about the golden eras of AEW, it's just their own honeymoon phase with it, basically. But I do feel like Hangman winning the title off Kenny and then the Eddie and Mox stuff are probably my top 2.
It just worked so well as a storyline.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, yeah.
I just want Eddie so bad to Mox giving a death ground promo and Eddie just comes into camera shot, slaps him across the face and says, "Snap out of it!
Snap out of it!"
And if he and Renee, when he's "Hey sis" to Renee, if he and Renee teamed up to be we got to get him out of this death ground stuff.
I just thought, and I think it's because you referenced it recently, Leah, but I'm just okay, so Eddie is Olympia Dukakis, and Mox is Cosmo, and Mox has been having an affair with the Death Riders, and he says, "My life is nothing," and Eddie says, "Your life is not nothing. I want you to stop seeing her."
I'm so happy thinking about Mox standing up, full of rage, and they're just going, "Okay." I'm sitting back down.
Te amo.
Also on Collision, Mox gave a promo where he reiterated he does not believe in altitude.
Good. He just wants to make sure we know. He's don't forget about that.
It's a myth. There's no such thing as sea level. Get real.
Totally.
He also lovingly patted and complimented Claudio while Claudio stared at him adoringly. It was the first time that I ever fully understood why Claudio has followed him through multiple factions. I'm
I was suddenly Mox and Claudio seemed sexual to me in this promo. I was oh, they are getting up to stuff.
Once you introduced the concept of Death Rider's pet play, it just kind of changed the whole game.
To me, it was interesting where I was kind of Mox was putting in his time keeping Claudio enthralled. You know what I mean? Claudio is very rarely his first priority, but he puts in the time to make sure that his first lieutenant stays addicted to cult. He's not going anywhere. That was one of those moments.
You can't lose your high level soldiers.
Yes. I was
thinking about
interested.
Mox, he's in big love with a bunch of wives, and he has to keep them all happy and make sure they all get their time. Is pretty funny.
I
would love to see Mox try to handle a day in Bill's life. I think it would be the funniest thing on earth. I think it would be, his life would be a shambles afterward. I'm just imagining a scenario where Mox's brain switches into Bill's body, and it's just one day, and it's the whole thing has come down around him.
Everyone's furious.
Mox is just going out there. He's telling everyone in Utah what's going on.
He's I've got 3 wives. Why is it your business?
What about it?
I've got 3 houses next to each other. We share a backyard. So I can fuck all of them in all the houses.
This is my death ground.
Mox then went on to say he decided to get naked for Jack Perry.
Yeah.
And he's bared himself. He also said he has a wild hair up his ass for the bang gang. Now I've only ever heard that phrase as a wild hair across their
I've never
ass?
heard this phrase once in my life.
I've never heard it either.
I
Yeah.
have never heard it, and I was so taken aback. I couldn't even, it's so, I don't know how to process it. Like, what is it, supposed to mean?
When you say I've got a wild hair growing across my ass, it means like you're on one, like you're all worked up about something that doesn't really matter, but you can't let it go because it's too annoying.
I've
So
got
you're
to pluck the hair?
Yeah, basically. Like,
I mean, I guess if it was growing up your ass, it would be.
it would
more
also
so,
be
right?
annoying, I guess. I've just never heard it that way.
I just don't think I would ever notice a hair growing across my...
And also, I don't exactly think he's using it right because it's like, I guess like the Bang Bang Gang's annoying him, and so he's got to go deal with it, even though they're not that important, I guess. But it's an interesting. I mean, he's always innovating. You have to say that. He's always trying stuff out.
I would never say anything else. Yeah, he's the most inventive wordsmith in the biz.
Yeah. He comes to work. You can't say he doesn't.
He comes to work.
He does come to work. That is true.
Many wish he wouldn't. Not us.
Yeah.
We like when he
Not
shows
us.
up, but
Yep.
he comes to work.
JB, Juice, and the Guns wrestled Mox Pack and Daddy's Special Panty Boys because Yuta is now a Panty Boy. So him and Danny just
Mox decided to get naked. They said, "I guess us too."
Us too, Daddy. You might be asking, why wasn't Jay White there? Because, why is JB playing the role of Jay White? I weirdly tried to Google this, and many people thought he was injured, but he's apparently just lightly banged up. But he
did come back, right?
He came back on Dynamite.
Yeah.
But it's like, why is the Bang Bang Gang fighting with a guy?
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused about that.
Also, don't they have another guy in the shouldn't Ace Austin be in there?
Oh yeah.
Ace Austin was in when was the Jay White didn't do an interview until 9. Okay, never mind. It'll come up. Go ahead.
Nigel and Tony Schiavone had another passive-aggressive fight over whether Jon Moxley is morally correct in his crusade, and Paul White just laughed nervously a lot. He's like, ah!
I mean, being present for a marital fight is always awkward. I do feel like Nigel and Tony might be on the racks a little bit. I don't know.
They have been.
Well, they certainly haven't been showing each other that much love recently, which is hurtful to me.
Yeah. Marina distracted the refs so that David Finlay and Timu Matt Jackson could help the Death Riders cheat to a victory. And
now, Leah, I read this and I was like, Timu Matt Jackson. I was like, who is that? And then I finally realized it must be Clark Connors. And I thought that's such a compliment from Leah. So you think he's a Matt Jackson type
imitator? Yeah.
Wow.
I do. I do think he's a cheap imitation.
I actually
and
think
it's like we have the real one in the pantry.
I think he's well and ethically made. I think he's ethically sourced and ethically sewn.
An absolute furious little Jungle Boy punched Yuta and motioned Mox to come here, and he kept like saying something as he was doing it, and his vibe was just like, "Come here and kiss me, big boy." But like, I think he was mad. I think he was doing mad stuff. So it was probably "Come fight me."
Because this is the match where they did the thing where he wanted Mox was in the ring. And JB was like, I'm going to get in the ring and I'm going to get my hands on him for the very first time. And he got in there and Mox immediately left.
And went out to...
So Mox was taunting him by being like, no, not until our singles match. And JB wasn't really mad about that. But I thought that was playing it really good.
Yeah. It did get me hyped. I was very excited for...
I mean, you want the first time two people touch to really be in a single when they can really focus on each other.
And you want to be able to say it was the first time.
It was the first time. Yeah.
And girls, I do think that they succeeded.
Wow.
On Dynamite, they had their first big time touching, and it was sexy.
You're right to say it.
Hey, I describe this as Sex Panther challenges Sex Kitten to sex match.
Yeah, I think the text bore that out pretty clearly. When they were doing intense kissing pose for a really long time, and JB's hair was all must, and there was blood everywhere.
He was bleeding so beautifully. I mean, it was. And the fact that they did there's a whole part of this match where Mox is just licking the blood, and getting taunted. Like, the crowd is like, no, don't do it. And he's just like, why wouldn't I do it? Like, the stuff that he does with blood is just kind of like, I do think this is illegal. Like, I don't think I don't feel like I should be seeing this, but I love that I am.
Yeah.
And then he was grabbing the hair a lot, too.
Yeah.
He was doing these insano chops, like, just, like, rocking him. At one point, he had JB in the corner, and he just kept, like, getting him by the throat and, like, throttling him back in, and then, like, taking the hand, and then, like, doing it again. I was just like,
he's crazy.
My flabber is gasted.
Yeah.
Erotic
And then
asphyxiation,
when he grabbed JB by the hair and said, "Do you want to be a good boy?"
That was crazy.
What did he
Excuse
say?
me?
I thought he said big boy, but
I thought
he said good boy.
well, either way.
Big boy is also kind of sexy, but good boy sent me reeling.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever he was doing he was completely, his id was unleashed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And you really got the sense, it's like, just watching it, I was like, this is kind of a classic Mox match, which like speaks so highly of him, you know, where it's like extremely sexual. There's a lot of blood. It's very visceral. That's the stuff.
Yeah. And they both were in it. Like, JB's eyes were so intensely focused on Mox at all moments. Like, you just felt like they were like, neither of them knew that the crowd was there, sort of stuff.
When you're in a ring with a panther, and for Mox, when you're in a ring with a kitten, you don't want to look away for a second. Anything could happen. Could eat your slippers. Yeah, they did it. They did it.
They really did it, Joe.
They really did it, Joe.
Yeah. Honestly, this Connie Cup has been pretty fun. So
It has
far.
been kind of fun. It has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not our Connie,
No.
but the matches have been kind of shown up.
I wish I could remember, though, that the Collision, who did Claudio fight on Collision? Did you just say it? And I've
just
forgotten
say it.
already.
Ace Austin.
Ace Austin. I was confused about, they had that little like picture-in-picture, like Claudio saying something, like little pre-interview kind of thing. It was, you know what, I don't know why I'm bringing it up, because I can't remember what he said. All I can remember is that I was genuinely perplexed. Like, I was like, I do not know what you're talking about or what this is trying to achieve. And I was confused because we're always being like, yeah, have the Connie promos. And I was like, now nobody thinks that's what we meant, though, right? Like, that's not, I don't know what that was, but I don't need to see it again.
No.
But I like that he had his lucha mask on. Remember when we thought he might only wear that from now on? No,
That's right.
he didn't do that, but well, can't win them all.
Also in Connie Cup news, on Collision, David Finlay bullied Jay White about getting hurt so easily, which some of these men could stand to hear.
Oh, yeah. And then commentary wouldn't stop bringing it up, I think, on Dynamite, too. Like, they also were just like, the thing about Jay White is he's been injured for, what, like 15, 20 months of his AEW career, maybe more, 25? I mean, he's never not been injured, pretty much. Tough enough.
And then on Dynamite, Nick Foley interviewed the Bang Bang Gang about why the dogs are just so mean. And Jay White showed off how well-trained this faction is now. I think it's crazy that, like, Jay White is like, look how well my dogs sit. And then they all sit really, like, carefully. It cracks me up.
But he doesn't even have the dogs. That's what's so strange.
Yeah, right.
He's trained the men.
What he could do with actual dogs.
Makes you think. I thought it was funny. Mick Foley pronounced Jay White's name Jay White. Did you notice that?
I didn't. And
very confused about where it was coming from. And I also think that I missed something. Were people mad at Mick Foley because of something he did at that show we didn't watch? You know, the one we didn't watch?
Redemption? I didn't hear that, but it's possible.
It's possible.
Tell us if so. Something else I liked about the promo segment, though.
Yeah.
Ace Austin was doing kind of Claudio at Mox at Jay White. Like, he was looking at Jay White and playing his abs like a xylophone. Like, just like zoning out, like full, like doodling, like Mrs. I can't remember.
Jay White.
Mr. and Mr. Jay White or whatever. Like, he was in another Crush world. which was I didn't see it coming. I was interested in it.
Yeah. That adds a layer to Ace Austin that, frankly, he hasn't really grabbed me so far.
I've never seen a single layer from him, so.
No, but I'm interested. I'm interested in him being in love with Jay White.
Yeah, why not?
Being like, notice me, senpai.
Especially since I feel like he hadn't even met Jay White because Jay White was out for so long. He was just in the Bang Bang Gang, and I feel like they were just being like, you're going to love Jay when he comes back.
Which I wish they kind of like played that up. Like as you're saying that, I'm like, that would be a fun angle if it's like you join a faction and their leader's been out the whole time. So like he just shows up and you're like the new guy. And you're like, hey,
I know, and they could have just had like him say something in a promo, and Jay White turns like, who's that guy?
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Easy win.
Yeah. The actual match was okay, but I thought it could have been a little bit sexier considering how much history they have. And I don't really love that Jay White's got a tummy neck, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I did think it was okay. What did you guys think?
Yeah, pretty much the same. It was like very fine match. But I mean, commentary was like talking up their history a lot, but like I don't get a lot of sense from them, which is kind of funny. Maybe it's the thing from Friends where Joey's like, if you've actually had sex, you don't have chemistry on screen.
I felt like I understood it in previous segments, but I wasn't getting a ton from this match. But I liked it fine. I wasn't mad at it.
No, I wasn't mad.
It wasn't bad.
I liked it.
Yeah. But I've wearied of tummy neck angles for sure.
I mean, I actually was almost about to say, like, I don't know, maybe a couple more tummy necks couldn't hurt in some of these storylines, but you're right. We got to. They played them all out earlier in the year, so.
The only thing I have left is just the state of the cup, which we kind of touched on. I mean, there's nothing Connie about this cup, but it is kind of fun. But there really isn't anything different than any other tournament. But
it kills me. It's like, it's fine. And I have been enjoying it more than I thought because when they announced it, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? But I do wish they would just like do something to differentiate all the different belts. Is like what makes the Continental belt different from the international belt, you know? Because it's like when someone's like, I want to go for the international belt, it's like, but why that one specifically? Right. And like, there's no answer. It's like if you had, I don't know, like a heavyweight category, or like this is the one that tours, or this is the one that.
Right, or like ROH has that pure belt that has special rules. Like, yeah.
I feel like even just if it was like, what am I trying to? I'm just like, even just if people like created an ideal of the belt, and we're just like, the national belt is about like doing what's right, no matter the cost. Like the international belt is about like winning,
creativity,
even if you're it's hard, like something that it's just like just pretend that's what it's about, and then be like, that's the thing that I'm interested in right now. Like, this belt is about loyalty. Like, if you have this belt, like you would never turn on a friend, something like that.
That'd be nice if they're all kind of like had a cardinal virtue attached to them.
And I guess it would be helpful. For me, frankly, it would be helpful if they could color code these belts a little bit.
I love that Stardom does. I love when people talk about the Stardom belts and they're like, she had the pink belt, but then she got the white belt, and then I think she started going for the red belt, and you're just like, great way to deal with belts.
I would love. I need that learning aid.
I'd love it because I never remember who has what belt and why.
It is crazy that. You know what? Never mind. Let's move on.
Y'all done here?
Yeah. All done here. All right. So Chris Jericho and Kevin the Jet had a match on Dynamite for reasons that escape me right now. Although I think it's because Chris Jericho and Darby are friends now. It's like they really haven't established except for these matches.
Doesn't make a lick of sense.
I'd love to watch them have one conversation that lasts longer than 30 seconds.
I'd love to see.
I think it's just Chris Jericho talking to himself, and like Darby is like working on his skateboard, and Chris Jericho is leaving like, that was a great conversation. I really needed that.
That'd be extremely funny if it's just Chris Jericho monologuing.
And after he walks away, Darby goes, "What?"
He's
didn't even notice.
He's the one guy who actually knows all about Hangman and Jericho's relationship, and Jericho really thinks he's confiding in him, and Darby hasn't heard a word. He
Jericho's
doesn't know a single thing.
Such a secret from everyone except Darby. He's like, Darby's my confidant.
Yeah.
Darby's my guy. Darby'd never tell anyone. And Darby would never tell anyone.
No, because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know at all. It's like whispering it into a hole in a fence, you know?
People have started approaching Darby being like, what the hell is going on with Jericho? It's like, not to sound crazy, but like, does he have like a thing going on with, I barely can say it. And Darby's just like, no idea. Absolutely no idea.
And they're like,
You're
were
always
you guys
talking.
like in the back? And he talked to you for like an hour. Darby's like, I don't think so.
I haven't seen him today.
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
And they're like, he literally just walked out of the room.
I don't think so. Check out these new stickers I got for my skateboard. I put 7 new stickers on my skateboard.
He's like, you think if I jumped into a vat of that fireproof gel, I could just like set myself all the way on fire, or no?
Yeah, they're like, people are just backing away. They're like, okay, man, yeah.
Great.
You
I'll
know,
see if anybody else.
yeah. Don't do
thing.
anything before you talk to Christopher Daniels, okay? You talk to the vice principal before you do anything, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Health
talk.
and safety.
Bye.
Okay.
Love ya. Love ya.
Love you, mean it.
Anyway, so Jericho and Kevin Knight fought this match, and I would say it was fine.
Yeah. It was fine.
It was mostly notable because I guess Big Paul White and Chris Jericho are like best friends of all time.
It came up the other week, and I was astonished then, and I didn't think they'd be leaning into it. But then I didn't really think that I'd be seeing Paul White at all. I see him constantly now, of course. So I was interested in the part of this where he just sat on Paul White's big lap.
Yeah.
Paul White seemed delighted by it. Yeah, I mean,
I liked it.
Paul White was just openly rooting for him. That was fun too.
Yeah.
I do kind of like it when commentary is just openly biased. Like, I like when Taz does it too.
Yeah.
I know.
And when it makes sense, like this is the kind of thing where I'm like, oh, it's right. You know, if you're gonna bring it into your stories here, it's right for you to be like, of course I'm gonna root for my best friend. Never done anything wrong in his life.
Honestly, like I feel like Paul White used to be pretty awkward on commentary, but he's been like decent this time.
I actually have been liking him recently.
He's big and jolly, you know. It's like that takes you a long way.
Remember how he loves D&D?
Yeah.
He
I don't remember that.
He
my
showed
gosh.
up to that.
He was wearing that hat. That like bucket hat? Am I making this up?
Yes. You know, you're right. Yeah, he absolutely did. He showed up to the Critical Botch live show wearing the bucket hat.
Wow.
We really used to have it all. Oh, we used to have fun.
God,
I remember that. And I don't remember what happened on Dynamite last night. Riddle me that.
As it should be.
We have our interests. At the end of the day, that's all we can say. We have our interests, and if we're interested, we'll remember it.
Yep. And it may be idiosyncratic, but that's fine.
You may not
I think it's
understand our
idiosyncratic that you remember every match that ever happened.
Yeah. You know.
Some of you. Anyway, so Kevin the Jet won. Don Callis was very psyched about it. All this is leading up to a Kevin Knight versus Darby match at All In. So Darby later did a backstage promo where he was like, people keep asking me how I feel about losing the title, but I haven't even had time to think about it. It was literally months ago. Because Kevin started attacking him right after that he lost the championship. So anyway, he talked a lot about like seeing potential in Kevin when he'd only been wrestling 2 months, which I was sort of interested in. I was like, I didn't know you guys had any history.
Am I wrong? Or does Darby say Kevin's name like Catherine O'Hara in Home Alone? Kevin, I saw you at shows and you were a good boy, and now you're not a good boy.
It's interesting because I just would never think about, because he brought this up before, like the idea that he met Kevin and Kevin was like, I'm always going to be a humble boy. And Darby was like, looks like you're not anymore though. Or I don't know, something like that. But it was like, I didn't know that you ever thought about how anybody else was. I didn't know that you gave advice to people. I didn't know that you could really perceive other human beings as people. Mm-hmm. I kind of thought that you were just wandering around like a flame-throwing NPC. Like, all you're thinking about is, like, what is a little bit of fun violence and action that I can get into today?
It'd be funny if Darby, the only thing he notices about other people is their levels of humility. So he's like, I thought you were humble, but now you're not humble.
I think it is right, though, that, like, he perceives somebody and he gets an idea of who they are, and then when they contradict that, he gets angry because he wants people to be like how he imagines them, like he with Ethan Page.
Very interesting. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's very
Lea.
interesting.
Wow.
But it's
You're
like,
really cooking, yeah.
it's not how like a very interesting thing to push back on him would be like, you don't know me, you just met me that one time, how can you decide what I'm like? You know what I mean? Because it is like a very
such
shallow,
a good response.
Yeah.
And if he like leaned into the persona of someone who like thinks of people a certain way and gets mad when they're not that way, like that would be a pretty fun character angle, because you could play it in a lot of different directions. I feel like
It would be an I mean, it's like obviously Kevin is the heel, so I guess it's not. But it would be interesting if you were trying to complicate him as a heel, or play with it. It would be interesting to have Kevin be like, "You don't know me.
yeah.
I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me."
God, I almost forgot about the Darby Ethan Page feud. It's like, wow, Darby can do some emotionally complex feuds, just like one in 6 years.
Still trying to smoke a cigarette after that. After all of these years, we lost that man to WWE. He didn't do another feud that good ever. He never did.
Nope.
I wouldn't say otherwise. I'm not saying I wish he were back, but I wish that feud were back.
That feud was a real high point, yeah.
Oof.
Like when we write our history of AEW, it'll be all promos that no one remembers.
Lips on the radar.
Remembers the Darby Ethan feud, the main event of Wembley, best friends. The time that Kenny talked about the powders.
The powders promo, obviously.
What's the other promo that we made up that maybe it was a different, maybe we were just maybe we just thought we were going to be told that we made it up.
It could cover so much ground right there.
Everything Leo Rush did with Dante Martin.
Oh, the sex trafficking storyline.
Nobody else.
Oh, classic.
Really
True
that.
Classic.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, also in the Don Callis family, at All In, we're going to have a Kyle Fletcher versus Okada versus Takeshita match for whatever title. Oh, the international title, which has no identity.
What are the virtues of the title?
What are the virtues of the international title? It's international cooperation.
World peace.
The UN.
It would be very funny to have the international title. Every week you have to come out and talk about a different country and be like, this is what makes this country so wonderful. And all countries are special and important.
Would love it if wrestling built in time for wrestlers to have to give a second grade presentation. Like in fourth grade, we had a parade of states where you had to make a float for the state you got assigned, and then you had to mine was Utah, so I had to give a report on Utah. I think if Kyle Fletcher had to come out there and give a report on Uzbekistan, that would send me to the moon.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'd really like it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what they came up with.
And I would love for whoever's giving out the assignment, I guess Vice Principal Christopher Daniels, is I want him to say and I want you to I don't want you to just go to Wikipedia and tell me the first thing you read there. I want you to think about, what interests you, and I want you to find an interesting fact. I would love to see what they came up with.
Yeah.
Wrestlers need to be doing more second grade assignments.
Be beautiful.
It's for their enrichment and ours.
Too true.
So we got a backstage segment of tension between them where Don was kind of being like, you're going to have to fight these guys, and it's Kyle and all his ex-husbands and stuff. And I find this kind of fascinating because I think this should in some ways work for me, because I like all these guys to some degree, Fletcher less than the other two, but I like them, and they're doing interpersonal dynamics in a way that should appeal to me, but it's it feels like the Don Callis family has done nothing but this exact storyline for 3 years.
You're right, and we're going to come back to that. But I got to go backwards. In a ranking of Takeshita, Okada, Fletcher, you put Fletcher at the bottom?
Yeah, for sure. I don't like him.
Really?
He's a Jay White to me. I don't like his beady little eyes.
Really?
I think he looks mean. I don't like it. No,
now
he's
this
a Clark
is
Connors.
Interesting. I learned
That
thing
is
about
interesting.
my friend.
That is
Okada
interesting.
is so far at the bottom for me that
Really?
I'm genuinely shocked.
I think Okada is charming. I love Okada.
I do love Okada.
Okada's at the top for me.
Yeah,
no.
he's never telling a story enough that it's a story.
Certainly
but when
not.
he's just being Okada, I am always just
BT. Okay,
you little scamp.
I'll qualify that and say BTE Okada is pretty good, but AEW Okada. Sucks ass.
Well, he doesn't do that much. He hasn't been doing that much recently. When was the last time he fought? Probably at the last pay-per-view or something. Yeah,
when did he fight Takeshita?
I don't know. Oh, you'd love it if I knew.
I feel like he's had endless boring Takeshita matches. I mean, it's like the match, whatever. Don't come at me about
it's the dream match thing. This is
the dream match thing.
It's like, especially even the fact that. So, what is the match actually going to be? It's going to be
a 3-way with the 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, dream match stuff.
Yeah,
dream match stuff. So.
Except like it shouldn't be just like dream match stuff, right? Because they like all have all this history, but it's like I just don't care.
The thing is, as you were saying before, I made you go backwards and defend your ranking. As you just said, they've done this storyline to the point of absurdity. It's like they just keep playing back like. Don Callis has a stallion he's proud of in the family. Everyone's jealous of the stallion. He gets a new stallion, and the old stallion gets kicked out of the family. So now it's like it's about to happen with Kyle now, and it's just like, okay, I can't get that invested.
Well, I actually think that could be quite juicy. I think the biggest problem, and I think that Kyle is the worst offender, but everybody involved is kind of an offender. But I'll talk about Kyle and just know the others are doing it too. The problem is Kyle never plays it like he has any regret, uncertainty, like no feeling of like, I kind of liked him, but like, I want this more. Like he doesn't play himself as having any kind of mixed emotional reaction. He's just on to the next thing. And then in this promo, he was just being like, let's focus on me. Like, I need the title or whatever. And it was just like, this would be really interesting if you would play it all, that you have some emotional stake in it. Yeah. In addition to, and I think it's very generous of me to say in addition to caring about the stupid title.
Yeah. No, and it's true. And it's like, and to the point where Kyle doesn't seem to remember past relationships, where it's like you forget that he and Mark Davis ever tagged together, which is insane. Even though they're
Eternal
like in
the
the same.
Spotless Kyle over there.
Yeah, honestly. It's like if Kyle changed at all or just remembered it, like if it was Hangman, obviously, like, to pick the best example, but a lot of other people would play it as though they had met these people before and they had traumatized them in some way.
Right. Yeah. And they're purposefully being like, and I'm not going to care about that because I've decided only to care about wrestling.
Right.
But
you get a sense of an inner life.
Yes. You're like, this actually is difficult for me. And, like, I do lie awake at night sometimes, but I'm pretending I don't.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you'd get that. The things they say and do are what they're trying not to show you. Like you just have a little bit of a layer and a little bit of an inner life.
We just want a couple layers. That's all. You wouldn't think it would be that hard.
Just one layer would really. You wouldn't think.
Even one.
Whatever.
One would.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure the match will be good.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Oh yeah, we're all sure it will be. Yeah. This was also, I thought, was introduced in an anticlimactic way. I mean, I don't think a single thing has been introduced in a way that I would have called remotely climactic.
No, all of the Wembley matches are like, oh, by the way, that's happening. It's like, hello.
Oh, by the way, it's a match. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's Darby and Kevin. So Jericho's going to fight Kevin this week. Like, oh, okay. Because Darby,
It's kind of like shocking to me how little attention they seem to be paying to, like, we should announce this in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get people really psyched.
Yeah. It kind of feels like they've given up on, like, storylines. So.
Well, those red seats, So.
Oof. All right. On Collision, in a match none of us watched, the Brawling Birds fought Vert Vixen and Viva Van, which is quite the tongue twister.
Yeah.
From the clip I saw, I think they had fun, but not too much fun because Divine Dominion showed up and did a murder.
A finite amount of fun.
Limited fun. On Dynamite, Divine Dominion explained themselves, which basically boiled down to they drink too much and they fuck too much, and it's simply too much for the Divine Dominion to handle. I don't know if they thought that was a good argument, but just being like, they're too cool. I hate it.
I think they were. They also had kind of a funny, like, they were like, oh, you're just stereotypes. Oh, you're just Brits who love to drink. You're shaming your country.
And that was one of my discussion sections. Do you think it was kind of lame that they were like, you only got a title shot because you're British and we're going to be in London? It's like, you shouldn't say that.
I know. Sometimes, like, when they do this stuff, it's like, there's a degree of worksheet that's okay, where it's like you're bringing your own emotions about these people in real life and you're making that part of your wrestling thing. That is okay to some degree. But can we all pretend that we're in kayfabe sometimes and not just be like, Tony Khan thinks you're British, so you should be there? Like, okay,
Tony Khan thinks you're British. Tony Khan is under the misapprehension that you're British.
Because you drink and you fuck.
Yeah, we get it. I agree. I mean, I think, I agree that I don't think you should do it. I think if you're going to do it, they framed it in a way. They said, they were like, oh, you begged Tony Khan, or something like they were like, you politicked for this because you're British. I'm like, at least just make it an accusation that doesn't even say, that's just like Tony Khan did it. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's protect the business a little bit.
Protect the business. For God's sake. For God's sake.
This business is under attack.
It's so funny because when I first got into wrestling, Marty and Sarah used to say that all the time, where they'd be like, could we protect the business? And I remember at the time being like, we're not children. We can acknowledge that wrestling isn't real. And it's like, after a while when you're watching it, and it's like, guys, are we playing pretend or what?
Yeah, we're all here to play pretend together. Like, stop.
What are we doing here?
Wow. Oh, time really does make you bolder, and children really do get older, and we really are getting older too.
It was crazy. For some reason this week, and I don't remember what sparked this thought, I think it was just like, Eddie's slowing down and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, and we're all 6 years older than we were when we started watching wrestling. I just don't feel good about it.
I didn't think that the time would pass for me.
I didn't think it would.
And time only moves forward also for me.
Yeah. I, too, am getting older and slower.
Yikes.
Hate to hear it. Mm-hmm. In another part of the old division, apparently Sheeta and Persephone have linked up as a tag team.
Sure.
They fought Hyan and Maya World on Collision and won, and then fought Thunder Rosa and Mayan World on Dynamite and lost. Really?
Well, half dozen of one, have 6 and 1, half dozen of another. Really good contribution, Alan. You're nailing it. You're doing an amazing job.
Chris Statlander fought Viva Van and won, also on Dynamite. These were all pretty short matches. I don't think we have anything really to say about them.
It was a match.
The important part is that after Stat's match, Mick Foley came out to plug his dead dog shirt and to tell Stat she's going to be in a 4-way for the TBS belt next week. Mick
Foley is very present in these promos, I will say.
Well, it's hard to hide. It's hard to hide him.
He is a mountain of a man, yeah.
And in the Hawaiian shirt, which I like, but you can't blend in with that. You simply cannot blend in. It is kind of like, wow, this is pretty much
especially
the only thing I can see in the landscape.
And when you take like 2 of Chris Stat's 5 precious minutes to plug your shirt, I don't know.
Wrongly, also. He gave the website address wrong, and then Excalibur corrected him, but Excalibur
he corrected it immediately in a way that made me become distracted because I was like, can he hear it in an earpiece or something, or did he just remember?
I had the same thought where I was like, could he does he get connected to backstage somehow?
Yeah. But immediately I had technical questions.
Yeah. When Stat finally got the mic away from Mick Foley, she said, Maya deserves the belt, but essentially she was like, you other two can fuck the fuck off. Also, she said something about bending them over and putting something up their ass.
It's like putting their own foot up there or something. I sat up. I sat up and said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
If Chris wanted to take a little of the Tony Storm Tekla, baton, that would be fine with me. I also liked how she kind of put a condescending arm on Mick Foley's shoulder, which it was impressive to make it condescending when he's so big.
Yeah.
And then she like really got in the camera's face, like very commandingly. And I was like, look at you, Chris. Good job.
And she was calling herself Daddy Stat, and I felt like she was and it was kind of at Mick Foley a little bit. Like, don't you ever big dog me when Big Dog is in the ring with you, me.
That's right.
The biggest dog of all. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right.
She did seem looser and more comfortable than she has in the past, so which I really like. So maybe she is starting to feel good about it. And then lastly, Willow had a close up with Renee and was just about to start talking when Mercedes appeared out of nowhere to beat her with I think it was the world title belt, and then called her a dumb bitch, which I thought was kind of funny.
I did think the camera angles in this whole bit made it look like a very brutal beating. Like, I thought they did an effective job with that.
And Willow sold it really well. She kept like moaning in pain in a way that like really sold it. So
for sure,
Mercedes looked really hot. I will say.
Yeah.
I thought those leather pants. I was like, I'm a simple girl. I like it.
Listen, I see Catwoman, I bark. If you know what I mean. She looked really good. That dumb guy in the audience screaming, "Oh my god, come home, Sasha!" It was just like,
stop.
It was like,
control yourself,
loser.
I don't think it was a good crowd. I feel like it was a shit crowd.
It wasn't.
No, I mean they're in Vegas, so.
Good point. Losers all.
Trish and Sarah this week were cracking me up because Sarah was like, this is the match where I don't envy being the booker because I just keep being like, how would you make Willow lose at Wembley? And then 30 seconds later be like, how would Mercedes lose at Wembley? And then really just feeling stressed out about it. And I do think that's kind of right, where it is like, this is a no-win situation.
Every match at Wembley should end with both parties in timeout. With Tony coming out and saying, you know what?
Neither of you can have the belt until you learn to get along.
I do not think this was right. Everybody go to timeout. Me too. Except I will be back in 10 minutes to do this again for the next match.
Let's just reset all the belts. We're just going to start from scratch.
Tony Googling, like, time machine for sale, time machine witch, Etsy witch, time
cop real.
Time cop real. Yeah. And that's not the first time he's Googled that.
No.
Time con? Is that anything?
And our last segment of the night, a segment I called Trio Sex Scene.
And you were right to do so.
I was right to do so. Tony Schiavone welcomed Hangman, Brody King, and Bandito out to celebrate their trios win. Hangman was just about to speak some Spanish for us, which we were excited about at the time, when Swerve's music hit. And I think Anne and I sat the fuck up.
Yeah, we did.
Well, it was, Hangman was doing, he looked so genuinely happy because of his relationship with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
He was walking on air. He was like, finally, nothing can ever go wrong for Hangman again. He is the happiest boy in the world. He is going to speak some Spanish for everybody. He was glowing.
Yeah. And the eye crinkles when he said, if you'll let a white boy speak some Spanish. It was like, God. Look at that. Chris Jericho has been taking good care of him.
Really good care.
Yeah.
Well, he gave him some moisturizer. And and then the music hit, and it was the face acting of a lifetime.
Yeah.
It was the face acting of a lifetime.
Face fell, and he looked like horrified, scared, and also like, this can't be happening to me again.
Yeah. No.
Kind of face, but I was just like obsessed with it because to me it was like Darby had accidentally told Swerve. Like Darby had retained one fact about Big Jangman and told Swerve about it, and Swerve was like, "Oh fucking hell no! I'm about to break that up."
No,
and Hangman knows it.
Yeah, because he was like, my ex-boyfriend nemesis is gone. I'm moving on. It's a clean slate. Like nothing can bring me down. And Swerve was like, I can. I'm the one thing that can bring you down, and I always will. And I told you would never have anything good again. I told you. Yeah. When you broke my heart, that you would never have anything good again if I had anything to say about it, and I have everything to say about it.
Yeah.
And here I am again. And it's over.
And it's over. Oh, Paradise Lost, baby.
Oh.
Paradise. I hope you enjoyed it while you had it. I hope you have great memories of that boat because you are never getting on it again.
And Hangman just has to stand there, horrified, crushed, and a little turned on.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just like, I don't know how he's going to ruin it, but it's going to be in the worst way possible. Yeah. There will be no survivors.
Yeah. Just the fact of Swerve seeing him happy with Big Jangman somehow ruins his new relationship, you know?
Yeah. Well, because don't you feel like Swerve has that energy of just like he's like coming out and it's kind of like, what do you think? Should I ruin it? Or should I make you so crazy that you ruin it yourself? Should I seduce you? Should I, like, there's a million things that I could do. Yeah. It could be my fault or it could kind of be your fault. Like, what should we do?
Yeah.
And kind of like, and it'll be your fault and you'll know it, but it will be me that pushed there. And,
Everyone else will see it as your fault, but you'll know it was me. It was me.
Yeah.
Because I
can
look like a pull your strings.
If you say that.
Yeah.
Anytime, any place.
I've got your number forever.
Mm-hmm. Forever.
No children, baby. No children.
And I thought that the way Swerve did this really was like, oh, like, you're the GOAT. You are playing with your food. Yeah. Where he sauntered down to the ring and he basically was like, now I've got some insane history with all three of you. Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And he starts with Bandito, he has like the least, history with, but he's making a meal out of it, right? He's like, you and I, we danced with the devil, He
was kind of like, I went into your mind palace and I destroyed it.
Yeah.
Remember when you could walk through worlds, but now you never can again because of the chaos that I wrought?
Yeah. And then, not rushing, really just savoring every second.
Slow and steady.
Brody, we've been friends for a lifetime, and yet we danced, did we not? And like he's going over all of his stuff with Brody, and it's like just like the way he just finally, when you're like panting for it, turns to Hangman and says, I take my eyes off you for 1 fucking minute. And you're just like, I was
the horniest thing you could possibly say.
Faint. Oh, I couldn't get over it.
I know the confidence and the confidence in the power he has over the three of them was so palpable. And it's like he cut all those stupid promos where it was like power, who has it, who wants it, and that was nothing. But this where he just comes in and immediately is like, I have my fingers deep in your little brains.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to be like, I'm not here, but this is all about me. You know that, right? Like, it was very, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To walk into a group and be like, oh, so this is about me, but have it feel like, oh, it has been, is like, whoo, yeah.
And it's a very interesting way to own your absence, I mean, it's like he hasn't been around, which has been very difficult for me.
It has been, yes.
But to like come back and be like, yeah, but it was still, whether I was here or not, look, everything happened about me. I've still been here in a way, have I not?
I'm still taking up space in your mind, and you know it.
Yeah. To come back and be like, Hangman, you thought you were breaking away from me and moving on and having a new start with Chris Jericho, and then be like, but actually everything you're doing is just about me. Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And well, no. Anyway.
So we're at peak horniness. We're like panting. Like I'm sweating from every pore. Just really hyped up. And the Demands music
hits. Very healthy for your skin. You're really getting the toxins out.
And then the Demands music hits.
Yeah. Boy,
and you start sweating
bucket
even
of
more.
Cold water.
You start sweating like crazy.
You're like, oh, here comes the bald head.
Now, Anne, you said something at this point that set me into genuine hysterics.
I said, Ricochet, you have your place, but not now.
I can't stop thinking it. I just keep thinking, Ricochet, who has his place?
I just can't get over it. Oh my god!
Because in no other situation would I react to Ricochet coming out with "Not now."
No.
He has his place.
He has his place, and it's not in the midst of this kind of an atmosphere.
No,
and I never anticipated that Ricochet would put his paws on the bed, you know?
Yeah, I guess he kind of did. But for Ricochet, it's more like, it's like Will Ospreay was like paws on the bed. Ricochet does give small dog energy. So it's like full dog on the bed, you know?
He's like Liz Lemon being the blocker in between. He's like, let's get these scabs off my knees, is what he says. Sitting in between them.
Anyone want to polish my head?
So he rudely interrupts the festivities to say that the trio's belt was stolen from them and he wants it back. Swerve, having lost his boner now, with the rest of us, saunters out, while Ricochet just kept being like, what was he doing? Get a scootin'? Something like that. I forget what it was. I should have written it down. Get steppin'. It was get steppin', wasn't it? He was just hollering get stepping as Swerve just smirked at him. And then at the last second, he turned around and he said, what did he say? Oh, Brody gets them barking, but you're a little bitch. Ricochet did not like that. Did not like that. But so then Hangman and Brodito challenged Ricochet to come on down there and take the belt, but Ricochet said it'll be on their time. I assume that will be British time. But what I don't understand is how Swerve will come into play. He is not a trio. Will he find a trio?
Not. I did get a little spoiled today.
Oh.
Ooh, please spoil us.
Is it,
okay. Perhaps a little debut.
Oh, New Day.
Yes.
Oh, that's sexy.
I know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm on board. Because, watching this segment, I was like, why was Swerve out here, though? That's crazy. And then it was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I genuinely, I was like, he needs two friends, but who on earth
Right.
He ain't going to find him here.
No.
He ain't going to find him here. They're all in the Death Riders or the Don Callis family. There's no free men.
No free men.
Yeah, New Day. Okay.
I'm excited to meet them.
Yeah.
I am too, yeah. I thought their little video they made, like, leaving WWE was really cool. Did you see it? It was
I didn't click on it, but I did see that.
I don't know if I saw it.
It was cute. It was like two unicorns that were like in the circus, and then they like got free of the circus and their chains, and they like run out. And then there's like an old broken down unicorn with his horn broken who like nods to them like, yes, take care of yourselves.
Who's the broken down unicorn?
He's like the third New Day guy who's like retired now because he got hurt. I know. I was like, that's really sweet.
That's really sad.
Yeah. He's their Dustin Chuck Taylor, basically.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's really sweet. Okay. Well, I'm excited to meet them.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else. Oh, this is so totally unrelated, but I just want to go back to Ricochet giving that little promo about, I don't know where he said it in here. He's like talking, talk. And he's talking about like losing the belts and how they want the belts back. And did you notice when he was talking about getting those belts back and he says, and we're going to have those belts around our pretty little waists?
I did notice that and I loved it.
I was thrilled. I was like, that is so interesting and lovely. I love that you're speaking about your beautiful friends this way. You say, we're going to look snatched in these belts. Oh, Ricochet, you have your place.
You have your place. You do have your place.
Yeah. I thought, Leah, I think you put this question here. Why is Swerve's biggest beef constantly, why doesn't Hangman think about me as much as I think about him? Ooh.
Yeah.
Now you're sprocket my language.
He heard that Hangman was happy and was like, what? No, the fuck he's not.
No.
I'm not happy. He's not happy.
He's not going to be happy with me, but he's certainly not going to be happy without me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be so
unlovable hand only.
I'll be so interested to see how this impacts Jangman on screen for about an hour a week every week approaching Wembley.
Now,
this is very, very interesting.
The only storyline selling tickets really is.
We couldn't really make this true in our schedule, but it was true on Dynamite that Big Jangman did have back-to-back segments.
They sure did.
Which could mean nothing. But
could mean nothing, but it means everything.
I also thought it was interesting, actually, that so Hangman is suffering Swerve coming back and saying you can never have anything. I'm gonna fridge your wife. I'm gonna fridge your new wife. Mm-hmm. And in the same show, Jericho is kind of like loving it up with Big Show. I know they're just friends, but he's sitting on Big Show's lap. I thought, wow, a lot of potential obstacles
That's
are
so true.
entering the narrative. It's been all sunshine and roses, honeymoon period. But
the threats are appearing to the new relationship, and will it
Big
survive?
Show and Swerve.
Big Show and Swerve. And that's what you want when you're trying to sell Wembley tickets, is you got to have a little conflict to drive, like, so people want to know what happens at Wembley, where the culminating storyline is going to be,
and
if
I think
Jangman stays together.
We're approaching Sweeps Week. We've got to kick it up a notch.
And I think Swerve and Tall Paul are equal threats.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Well, they both,
Same amount
a lot
of
of history.
threat. Yeah.
Just a lot of history, a lot of chemistry. Both of them.
Yeah.
All the subjects, really.
It's the kind of situation where it's like Hangman is staring down the barrel of, I'll never be happy again. And then Chris Jericho's threat is kind of like, I don't know, I could hang out with my friend and I don't know, maybe we could sometimes be in a big show.
Jericho's like, I've been happy a lot, so I can be happy again. I'll be happy all the time.
Wow.
Not a problem for me.
I do really feel like we brought something together, though, with the idea that Darby is always listening, not processing any of it, remembers just one, just offhandedly. It's just like, he said Jericho said he was, I don't know, going to Hangman's boat or something. Like, he's like, look at my stickers I put on my skateboard, Swerve immediate, just like lock in. Just like, what did you just say to me?
Yeah. It's something, I think it's like going to be something like so even more obscure.
Yeah, even more innocuous. You're
where
right.
he's like, oh, he's going to buy some like weird like cologne or something, and like Swerve freezes and it's like, say the name of the cologne again.
Is Chris Jericho sex cologne? That's the cologne.
I was trying to think of
everyone
something
backstage
visceral.
knows the cologne that Jericho wears when he's seducing someone new.
I'm so happy. No, you're right. It has to be something that it's like, it really is nothing. But he hears it and he's just like, I know what that means.
Yeah.
I know what that means. I
He's
know
like,
that's
they're
about Hangman.
fucking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
Darby
Darby
doesn't know what
to
it
be
means. Darby,
the
it means
third
nothing
person.
to Darby.
This is like the dating name game generator came up with, like, Chris Jericho, Hangman, and Darby. I think we can make it work.
And I know Emmy's like, I cannot believe they're on week 2 of this.
Emmy, we're sending him down the road to a breakup. This is what you want. Not what anyone else wants. Everyone else loves Big Jangman.
Yeah,
honestly,
we got really pretty universally positive feedback on it.
The people were loving it.
Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to realize that everyone's been craving a little Big Jangman this cold, drizzly British summer. And don't worry, we're here to keep it going. The story, it's the never-ending story.
That love triangle of Hangman, Jericho, and Swerve.
And Tall Paul.
And Tall Paul. It's really a love quadrangle.
Yeah. Oh, it's complicated. It's It's complex.
Darby in the mix.
Deeply emotionally resonant.
Yeah.
More than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about that we didn't talk about? I always wanted to be the one to say it.
Oh, you did amazing. You did so good.
Perfect. No.
I don't think so. I think we covered everything. Oh, I guess I missed that the Motor City Machine Guns had a collision promo. I was confused that they didn't even make it to Dynamite this week. Tony, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Their debut has not been, a push, I would say.
We've really reached man saturation, because usually when Tony gets a new tag team, he does like push them for a couple months at least. But boy, I mean, I guess probably Christian and Cope having those titles is really suppressing the division.
And I think he might be depressed about, we were really mean to him.
A lot going on.
We were mean to him last week when we said things like he's not doing a good job. So he's probably been thinking about that mostly. And it's just I can't do this.
It's going around in his head. He's like, I heard that I'm not doing a good job, and Hangman and Jericho are happier than they've ever been. And it's just sad when I know I could never be that happy and I'm not good at my job.
Yeah. I get that. I would be sad too.
Yeah, it's rough, Tony. Sorry.
That's really rough, Tony.
Just do a better job, though, and we'll happily tell you did a good job.
Just fix it. Just do it good.
Simply fix it.
You know what we always say. If you do it good, it would be good.
Yeah.
Just do it good.
Just like to see it done good. I don't know what's so complicated about it. You keep doing it bad when you know you should do it good.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
What's not clicking, Tone? Big Tone? Just do it good. So I think on that note, I've been Allie.
I've been Anne.
And I've been Leah.
This is Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Corkin. You can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, one other place, Tumblr, at Tunnel Talk Pod via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. You can find us on our feed, on the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network, and you can find us on the Social Suplex Network Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty, and as always, please come back next week.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.